He's here all the time for the open mic. It's his Chatterbox debut. Please put your hands together for Dominic Angel! Thank you so much. Really great to be here. Hey, give it up for your host one more time. Yeah. Hey, give it up for yourselves coming out on a Sunday night. Yeah, you guys are crazy. Anybody got work tomorrow morning? Yeah. Anybody excited to see their managers tomorrow? No. People don't like their managers, right? They're always like, hey man, what are you doing? And you're like, I've been working here for 3 years, I know what the fuck I'm doing. They're like, hey, can you stay like an hour late? We gotta get some extra work done. You're like, I'm pretty sure that shit can wait till tomorrow. Friday rolls around, they're like, hey man, it's been a rough week. Why don't we go get some drinks? I'll buy the first round. You're like, fuck that shit. I want to see your face again. Well, let me tell you something, guys. I'm a manager. That really hurts my feelings. It does. Here's the thing, guys. I didn't choose to be a manager. I don't strive for a management position. I got picked to be a manager the same way as everybody else. I was there the longest without getting fired. What you guys don't understand is, like, I'm just like you. I don't give a shit about this job. I don't care, but I'm expected to care. You guys get to wake up and be like, you know what, fuck this job. I'm gonna follow my dreams, I'm gonna open up a vegan candle shop, it's gonna be great. I don't get to do that. I gotta wake up, I'm expected to care. Somebody's dicking around outside, knocks a display over, it's expected of me to come out and be like, Dave! Come on! Let's get it together out there. And then I go back into my office and I do paperwork, but here's the thing. I have a glass door. It just looks like I'm doing paperwork. It's really just practicing my signature on a legal pad. I don't care. A lot of people like to say, oh, my manager's so dumb, my boss is so stupid. Have you ever had to be in charge of stupid people? It's so much worse. I walked up to my coworker the other day, I was like, hey, customers are gonna come, they're gonna pick up this order at noon. He goes, okay, what time? I was like, okay, he probably didn't hear me right. Customer's gonna come pick up this order at noon. He goes, what time? I say 12. He says, oh, 12 noon? I say, I'm sorry, dude, you gotta go. It's fine. There are decisions that are made that you guys don't have to make. There are tough calls that have to be made as a manager. Stuff that weighs heavy on my heart. Have you ever had to fire a 56-year-old Filipino man named Felipe who left his homeland with his wife and 4 kids in search of a better life, only to realize that he would have to work 2 full-time jobs just to scrape by and hope that his kids get into the military to pay for a decent education? Well, I haven't had to do that yet, but I think about it every day. Things are tough. I was having lunch with a friend the other day. We're talking about music, radio stuff. I was like, oh man, I fucking love K-Earth 101, my favorite radio station. He's like, you listen to K-Earth 101? I was like, yeah. K-Earth Bryant's my favorite morning radio host. Dude, grew up on that. He's like, wow, you're really well assimilated. Look, I'm not saying we should bring segregation back. Would never say that. But I could definitely stand to be around a few less white people. There's gonna be a silver lining, right? I just feel like you guys don't know what your words sound like when you're in public. Like, let me give you an example. I went to a music festival last year. So walking around, killing time. A group of white people were behind me talking about who they wanted to see. Somebody goes, oh, I definitely want to see Run the Jewels. Other person goes, Run the Jewels? I haven't heard them. Are they any good? And they go, oh, Run the Jewels? They're like angry rap. They talk about police brutality. It's so much fun. Again, I don't think you know what your words sound like when you're in public. I'm like, this is fucking nuts. I'm gonna get out of here. I decide I'm gonna go wait for Chicano Batman. Got there 30 minutes early. There was a bunch of Latinos around me. We're all hanging out, waiting for our boys to show up. Not 3 minutes before the band's supposed to come on stage, a team of white people, arms linked like they're on safari, slashing through brown people, just fucking. They land right in front of me, and as soon as they land, the leader of the group turns to the rest of them and is like, told you I'd find a good spot. I was like, oh, you found this good spot? Just like you found America? Thank you for clapping, thank you. A lot of people, some people don't like when I tell that joke. It's mostly white guys. I don't get it. Like, I'm not the first comedian to talk about this stuff. Tim Allen. Tim, the Toolman Taylor, built his career on talking about the dumb shit that white guys do. But whenever I bring it up, all the white guys are like, Look, I'm not perfect. I give white guys a hard time. I don't know everything about Latino culture. You know, I'm not well versed. For instance, I don't know why cholos are riding razor scooters. Have you seen this? Cholos riding razor scooters? Doesn't happen often. But it happens often enough to beg the question, why are cholos riding razor scooters? Cholos are supposed to be scary. You don't fuck with cholos. I was in 10th grade biology. We had to dissect a fish. Nobody wanted to do it. Gross. Ew. Yuck. 6'6" Gabino from the back of the room, scar across his eye, walks up to the front of the class, brings up the fish, pulls a switchblade out of his tube sock. He's like, I cut up bigger things than this guppy essays. But now you can say whatever you want about cholos. Case in point, what do gay cholos eat? Dick, fool. Look, the only reason I could think of why a cholo would want to ride a razor scooter is because they get to strike that feed me pose, like they're taking a picture. You know how they like to put the handlebars all the way down? That's it for me, guys. I'm Dominic. Thank you so much. Keep it going for Dominic.